Hello, and welcome to another draft on the channel. Today, we'll be doing some more Double Masters 2022 draft. And pack one, pick one. We have Verena, Lich Queen, and Child of Alara as our rares. Verena's okay, pretty good, actually. And then Blood Artist and Young Pyromancer, some good uncommons. Good commons, Bloodwater Entity, Seeker Squire. I think I like Verena and Blood Artist here. Yeah, Blood Ursa is just a really good black card, and then Verena is a strong, like, control kind of piece. Also helps like reanimator style decks, or just can destroy the late game if you have enough card draw or discard or mill. Yeah, I like the two. And here we have a Karavek the Merciless, a Terminate, Carrier Thrall, Cryptic Spires. I like Karavek. It's just big dumb card that we can ramp into if we're like, I guess we could go like green, go into like the more control-y style decks that ramp a bunch. I don't hate it. Terminate is also fine. It's just like a good removal spell, but let's say Karavek can be more splashy. And we take the Carnarium here over the Cryptic Spires. I like that. Black's our main color at the moment, so it looks pretty good. Here, Vampire Sovereign would be nice, but taking a Cryptic Spires here is good. Although of note, there's no black or no good green cards. Deadly Recluse is fine, but no real actual green cards. Then again, we are past an annoyed Altasaur, which is pretty good. There's Disfigure as some good removal, or decent, kind of cheap removal. Forbidden Alchemy is also nice, but I think I like taking the Cryptic Spires here. Some more mana fixing. It's best to get those early as soon as possible. That way you don't have to worry about them later, and then you can pick up all the good cards while everyone's scrambling for mana fixing. Yeah. We might not be like green super ramp with like elvish rejuvenators and coiling oracles and stuff like that, but more of like a controlling deck that just plays lands turn by turn until we get into our big stuff. So that might be what we'll be trying to do. So we might want to pick up more removal spells. Some card draw would be nice. All of that. And here, what do we have? We have a Lava Coil and a Lightning Helix, both really good removal spells. I like the Lightning Helix as a gain life, deal damage kind of spell. And we're not necessarily like we're not necessarily blue. We could always just go into like a Mardu kind of style controlling deck. I don't hate it. Lava Coil is also pretty good, especially against like um the Brindle Shoats or the two, two ones that when they die create a Eldrazi Scion. But Lightning Helix, I just prefer the life gain and also works well with Blood Artist. Here, nothing amazing here. This is probably a weak pack. This is a pretty weak pack in general. What do we take? We could take 10th District and go into a more aggressive deck. Like 10th District still being here is pretty big signal. Same with the Lightning Helix in last pack, so maybe Boros is open. Hyena Umbra. There's an Ophelia Smuggler, but we don't really care about that too much. Maybe we're moving into a more aggressive style deck. Nothing really here. Like, Bloodwater Entity is still pretty good, but we're pretty far off from playing that. Breakthrough, Advanced Switchwing, and Eel Umbra are all pretty filler cards, so I guess just take the best card in the pack, which is Bloodwater. Carrier Thrall, Travel Preparations, Spark Mage's Gambit, all fine. I think I like trying to go to a more aggressive style deck, even though we don't have too many playables for it. It just seems like the open lane right now, and just take the Martial Glory. And then all of these cards are pretty bad in general, like Sensor Splice is probably just the strongest out of all of them. Take the Dark Dweller Oracle, I guess. Like, let's take Aether Mage's Touch just if in case you want to go into Flicker. No, let's take the Dark Dweller Oracle. And take Spark Mage's Gambit here. Okay. Um, hey game, is this like, oh, that was just like a pack that was nearly exactly the same as the first. Okay. Here, what do we have? We have a Battlefield Promotion, a Conclave Mentor, and an Obzon Ascendancy. Both of these are really strong cards. We have a Fire Song and Sun Speaker. Hmm. Fire Song's pretty decent. Hmm. We can't really just go into green-white counters, even though this is like perfect two cards for it. I think we just take, like, what do we have for anything else? We've got, that's unplayable. We've got two Cryptic Spires, or Myth, or Rakdos Carnarium, Blood Artist, Bloodwater, and all of these. Huh. Really not sure where to go with this one. Like, the red and white in this pack is just pretty weak. I think we take Fire Song and Battlefield Promotion. Maybe go into more control, like a mid-rangey style deck over Obzon or Conclave. Yeah, I could get behind that. But Obzon Ascendancy is so good. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 spirit with flying. So it just makes everything so hard to trade off with. Let's just stay in the open lane and take Battlefield Promotion and Fire Song. We'll get rewarded hopefully later. Here we have a Rift Bolt, a Young Pyromancer, and a God's Willing. I like the Rift Bolt here. It's just a good card. Monsters with Spears are nice and all, but I think we'd rather take the Rift Bolt. Good removal spell, works well with Fire Song and Sunspeaker. And just, ooh hoo hoo, as I was saying, just is good removal spell. There's a Rift Bolt here, but there's also a Balefire Liege, and we can't really pass up on a Balefire Liege. Works really good, so we just want to pick up more multicolor spells as we get past a Figure of Destiny. This is what happens when we go into the open lane. We get all of the good cards. Chronicler of Heroes and Bondkin would be nice as well, but Figure of Destiny. And here there's a Deathbringer Liege, which we can just start tapping down stuff when we cast white spells, which is fine, but not amazing. I think we just take the Banneret here. Mentor of the Meek is definitely going to wheel, so we can just take the Banneret. Yeah, I like that. Foil Dockside Extortionist. Uh, if this was in real life, it would be snapped up before it could even see, someone could even see the rest of the pack. Anyway, the rest of the pack has Seeker of the Way with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 non-creatures. I like Seeker of the Way here over Doom and Traveler. Yeah, let's take Seeker over Dockside or the sea the Doomed Traveler. Here we have a God's Willing or a Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp can get rid of a blocker for the turn. It can also move our Hyena Umbra and flicker the Sensor Splicer. Okay, it's not bad. Plus it's a 3/1 flyer for 3, so it's not bad. Plus God's Willing is late in this pack, so we can probably pick up something else. Notable cards also in here are like Annoyed Altasaur, Sultai Soothsayer, Mimeoplasm. But, eh, oh well. Here, just Lava Coil, easy. Yeah, just take the Lava Coil. And this is our wheel pack, I believe. Pack 1, pick 1. Dragon Arc, some of these are pretty unplayable, others are pretty strong. Like Annoyed Altasaur. Dreg Mangler is a good aggressive card, but we might just want to take the Striker. Yeah, just take the Striker. And Monastery Swift Spear Wield, not bad. Always love me a good Swift Spear. Live Wire Lash. What is that? How many targets do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things for it. It's not amazing, but if we get more pump spells and stuff, like another Battlefield promotion, it could be pretty decent. Bondkin, how does that look? We've got 1, 2. Yeah, I don't think it's worth taking the Bondkin, so just take another Battlefield promotion as a good combat trick. And another Martial Glory here. Looks pretty good. Hero of the Games is fine, and Annoyed Altasaur last pick. Yeah, green might be open just a bit. Here, what do we got? We have Lightning Bolt and Seeker of the Way. Seems pretty decent. There's also Lava Coil, is just more removal. So we're definitely taking the Lightning Bolt. This is just probably the best card in the pack, besides maybe Dragon Reaver or the Rejuvenator. Yeah, just Lightning Bolt. But what else? You could take the Relief Captain, but it might wheel. Like, if someone's definitely in the Obs on counters deck, so they might just take the Troll, Inquisition, or Rejuvenator. So the Relief Captain might wheel. I think I just take the Lava Coil here. Yeah, let's take the Seeker of the Way. We can pick up more removal, probably. Here we have a Legion's Initiative. I'm pretty sure this is going to wheel, so we don't have to care about it too much. It gives our red creatures +1/+0 and our white creatures +0/+1. Here, probably just take the 10th District Legionnaire over the Gods Willing or Monastery Swift Spear. Yeah, sounds good. Just take second 10th District. And now we take Militia Bugler. It's our Sensor Splicer, our Balefire Liege, our Seekers of the Way, our 10th District. Hits a lot of stuff. I like it. Plus it works well with Flicker Wisp as well. Even though it can't hit it, it still is a good card. We might not play the Carnarium, so we just put that into the sideboard. Like the Carnarium, we might... Do we want to splash Karavek? Like, Karavek is fine, but this deck is more mid-rangey than anything. Here, Heroic Reinforcements. Now that is a pickup and a half. Hopefully we wield the Titan Strength, but also that's a third Rancor we've seen. But Heroic Reinforcements is just such a good card. Amazing being able to pump the team, give haste, and create basically two twos. At worst, it's 4 mana, 4 damage. Here we can take a Swift Spear or a God's Willing. I kind of like the God's Willing when we have 2 10th District Legionnaires and like key cards we want to protect with Balefire Liege and Fire Song. So taking 1 God's Willing here is fine. Plus it'll help in combat a bunch. Sure, it doesn't deal any damage for Fire Song or Sunspeaker purposes, but we already have like Lightning Bolt, Rift Bolt, a lava coil and lightning helix for that. Here we could take another hyena umbra. Ashenmoor liege is fine, but I don't think we want to take it here. Yeah, just take the umbra. Protect our stuff a bit, makes it hard to kill our stuff. Another dockside. I think we just take the gambit here. Though another way to target our stuff for heroic purposes and can clear some blockers. I've been surprised a lot by a gambit. Yeah, 10th District Legionnaires and Hero of the Games. You might even play Hero of the Games in this deck. Is a live wire lash good enough anymore? Like we got 1, 2, 3. I think we take Titan Strength over Dark Steel Plate here. Just as a pump spell to help push some damage in. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ways to target, so it's not bad, but not amazing. Relief Captain Wield, as expected. And same with the Legion's Initiative. Yep, Legion's Initiative is pretty good here. Okay, so what are our cuts? We do have a lot of 2-drops, including 2 Martial Glories. But I think the Martial Glories are pretty good in this deck. Is Fire Song worth it? We've got Lightning Bolt, Lava Coil, Rift Bolt. You can't even get the gain life, it just gives life links. So it like only works with Lightning Helix. So it's not that great. Here, just take the Bondkin over the Flail. Yeah, I don't think Fire Song's worth it here. Same with Sensor Splicer. I think Balefire Legion is going to be our top end here. Another Titan Strength. Fine card. Works well with our Seekers for sure. We can cut the Strikers. It's just a filler 2-drop. Same with Dark Dweller Oracle. Hero of the Games. Yeah, I guess we won't be going wide enough for it. Plus, it doesn't get hit by Militia Bugler. Sensor Splicer's okay. Like, we're not playing 1, not even 2, so not worth trying. Titan Strength, Titan Umbra. Another Martial Glory, and an Advanced Stitchwing. Yeah, this draft didn't pan out entirely as hoped for, but it's looking fine. Like, it's definitely still a deck. So let's see. How does this deck want to look? Let's say we want to play 15 lands since we seem pretty aggressive. What do we want to cut? Relief Captain? Maybe probably 16 lands. Probably cut a Gambit. A Bondkin. We want as many multicolored cards for Balefire Liege as possible, but we can maybe cut a Martial Glory. No, I think we still keep it. Let's see. Banneret, Saucier. Flickerwish is just like a 3/1 flyer that says target creature can't block this turn unless you have a Militia Bugler, which then it does a little bit of something. It's not amazing, but I don't think it's worth a cut. This is kind of more of a 1-drop rather than anything. Um, huh. I think cutting 1 Titan Strength is good. Like, we already got 2 Martial Glories as kind of combat tricks, along with Hyena Umbra, Battlefield Promotion, God's Willing. Um, let's cut 1 Battlefield Promotion. Maybe 16 lands is too much. I'm not really sure. Um, maybe we add back in the Titan Strength and cut a land. Because the Titan Strength can help scry for a land. I like that. And then we want more white for Flicker Wisp purposes. So that is the deck, and I will see you all in game 1. Alright, we are here in round 1 against the Dane. This looks like a fine hand. 3 lands, a bunch of spells. 1-drop, 2-drop, removal spell. Seems pretty good. They are on the play though, so that slows the hand down a bit. But is fine. Militia Bugler looks pretty good. Let's get a Swift Spear down. Swing for 1. And pass the turn. They just pass. That's fine. We'll play a land. And let's see what you got. We'll swing for 2, or 1. And then if they don't do anything, we can just cast Seeker. Second main phase. Seeker the way and pass a turn. They are missing land drops. Yikes. I mean, good for us, but yikes for them. You could do the Hyena Umbra here. I don't hate it. Or we can just Bugler. No, let's go with Banneret. Let's just be as mana efficient as possible since they're low on lands. We'll Lightning Helix their face. And then like we can pump the Banneret next turn along with Hyena Umbra. I like that. After a bit of time, they finally let things resolve. Hopefully you don't have to see that because of the power of editing. Do you got a spell you want to cast, OP? Is there any combat tricks in this set? I can't seem to recall any. Let's just Lightning Helix our face. Always yield, always yield, always yield. And down to 15 they go, followed by another 5, so they'll be at 10. Next turn, Goblin Banneret, Pump, Hyena Umbra, Mentor on something, all seems pretty good. I mean, if we draw a land, we could definitely just cast Heroic Reinforcements and just smack all out, but if we don't, Hyena Umbra's a good start. And then they just concede, yeah. Like, we draw land, so Heroic Reinforcements would be fine. On to game number 2. We don't really know what they are. They're probably a plus and plus encounters deck. So we might want to throw in like a Spark Mage's Gambit for early removal, but I think we're good and just we can throw it back. They will be on the play again, I presume. After a bit of a wait, things are looking pretty good. We will keep this hand. It is 4 lands, but Figure of Destiny gives us something to put our man into, along with Militia Bugler, so things are looking pretty nice. Plus, if we draw a single land, then we can cast our Liege, Balefire Liege. So, hand's looking pretty sweet, even though a little land heavy. They just play a forest and pass the turn. Seeker of the Way, that's a great 2-drop. We'll just play our Figure of Destiny and pass the turn. Question is, next turn, do we want to just pump the Figure or cast a Seeker? Probably cast a Seeker. Heroic Reinforcements. Good card. Or at least so I hear. OP has a lot of annoying breaks, but hopefully it's all fine. They just hopefully just have bad internet or something rather than just being a butt. We'll just play the Seeker and pass here. Next turn we can... Ooh, they play a Growth Chamber, so they're also blue. Next turn we might Bugler. Yeah, I think Bugler next turn is good. Gambit looks pretty decent as well. Sure, we could have done this after combat so they could like path to exile our Seeker of the Way after combat, after it's dealt damage, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Pick up another Seeker of the Way. Swing for 3. Hopefully they don't have something too scary here. Oh, just a Test Card Captain? Sure. Land. Move to combat. We can swing with everything, because we can just level up Figure of Destiny and pump it with Battlefield Promotion. Or we could Battlefield Promotion the Bugler, or just Battlefield Promotion anything and get the Bugler to level up. Or we can just double pump the Figure, which if they block the Figure, that'll work as well. I think I like pumping the Figure at least once here. And do we do it again? No, I think we want more creatures on the field for Heroic. Especially one with Prowess. Cast Seeker of the Way. Do we cast Hyena Umbra here? I mean, it's another Prowess trigger, but if we want more Prowess, we can just Battlefield Promotion and Spark Mage's Gambit next turn. So yeah, just do that. Always yield, always yield. And then they just concede. Next turn we would have drawn who knows what because the game won't let us know. But yeah, easy first win. On to game number 2. Here we are for game number 2 against Bad Batch Billy, and this looks like a fine looking hand, even though our only threat is Goblin Banneret. The Titan Strength will help us scry. They seem to be a much slower deck, as they play a Cryptic Spires on black-green. So they might just be like a slow ramp deck. Yeah, that's a Glowspore Shaman, so that's annoying. As I mill Ambuscade, Body Double, and Psionic Symbiote. So, not bad mills for us, indeed. We'll just Lava Coil the Glowspore Shaman and swing in for 1. And then they cast a Grim Flare. Ooh, scary. Would be a shame if we had a removal spell for it. One for oneing is not amazing, but it's fine. They cast Spy, probably milling themselves. Yep, as they mill Elvish Rejuvenator and a land. Yeah, sure. That is fine by us, as we top deck a Hyena Umbra. Works wonders with a Banneret. Move to combat, swing for 2, which is actually 4. And pass. Sure, we could use Titan Strengths, but I think we'd rather save it and just top deck, see what happens. They have 1 Force in hand and 3 Unknown, so that's good to know about. They just pass. We play land, we'll move to combat. Swing for 2. Pump. Pump. And I think here we scry. Cast Titan Strength, put that on top of the deck. And down to 5 they go. So now Lightning Helix is getting really close to killing them. They're missing blue, so their hand might just be full of blue cards. Move to combat, swing for 2. They jump block because they don't really have a choice. We will pump. Second main phase, cast Seeker of the Way, and pass the turn. And now we have 2 lethal threats. They don't know it's lethal yet, but Vampire, Sovereign, annoying. But they're still dead, I believe. Yeah, land, move to combat. Oh, dang it. I could have got a Mentor trigger. Ah, well. Oh, well. I think, like, let's see. Swing, they block the Goblin Banneret. We Lightning Helix. This is a 3/3 Titan Strength. Yeah, they're still dead. Unless they have Go for the throat. But that's fine. Activate. Activate. Damn Chappins. And then Lightning Helix. And then they concede. I didn't want to activate again, even though we do reveal Lightning Helix that we have them in the deck. I didn't want to activate again just in case they have some sort of like naturalized type of effect where we would just kind of lose that combat. Sideboarding against a graveyard style rampy deck. Don't think we can do much. Like Spark Mages, more Spark Mages Gambits against like the Glowspore Shamans are fine. But I think we're already pretty good against them, so we'll just throw it back in. This time we'll be on the draw. This hand doesn't have any creatures, but it's got removal and it's got an enchantment, so it's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. We've got all the colors of mana, and we are flooding, so I am already scared. Wahoo. This is going to be a fun game. Land, let's just cast Allegiance Initiative now. On an empty board, feels good. What you got? Just like a glow spore, please. Rampant growth. Well, now they have blue mana, so that's annoying. We could suspend the Rift Bolt, but it might not kill anything at all, and would just maybe slow them down for a turn and then just have them do non-creature stuff. Let's just play a tap lane and pass. Again, flooding is not very good for us. Bald Strit Spy. Mill themselves, sure. Ambuscade and a land. 10th District Legionnaire. Good top deck. Cast 10th District Legionnaire. Gets +1/+1 because of the initiative. Cast an Umbra. Put that on the bottom. Move to combat. Swing for 5. We could make it 9. Yeah, let's make it 9. Put that on top of my library now. That is a mana sink and a half. And we have 6 lands for it. And down to 11 they go. And we pass the turn. And now we have a 6/6 totem armor for strike. So double removal spell is what it's going to take to kill this 10th district. That's 1 removal spell. But they still got a second. Mean on the downside, the first strike's gone, but that's fine in the grand scheme of things. Let's just Rift Bolt this. Sure, we could like play figure, activate it twice, but I think Rift Bolting that is better here. They take it, and then we'll cast a Figure of Destiny. And level it up because we can. Sure, we could pretend we're holding up God's Willing, but I'm too lazy to wait for that. Legion's Initiative is definitely doing a nice board pump as a 2-mana Anthem. They cast a Soothsayer over tapping for 1 green, so they're not really holding up like Path or something. And then they just pass. Balefire Liege. Now that is a fun top deck. Blap. Hey, OP. How do you like my 7/7 and 5/5? Also, any red spell kills you. Have fun. Oh, this is a good deck. Very fun. We could have definitely went controlling earlier, but I think the aggro deck was definitely worth going into. Ooh, Annoyed Altosaur. Let's see what you cascade into. Glowspore Shaman? Yeah, they're still dead on board, so that's fine. Milling Forbidden Alchemy, Planar Bridge, and Vampire Sovereign. Yep, all good by us. They're still dead on board, so GG's. Give a nice GG's for them, since they know what's happening. GG's. Top card was Land, followed by 10th District, so yeah. Things were looking pretty on the up and up. And now with 2 perfect games, let's move on to game 3 and see if we can get a trophy. Here we are again in game 3 against E Hustle. They've won the die roll, so we're going to be on the draw, so that's annoying. But it's fine. We rolled a 2, they rolled a 3. We've won multiple games with us being on the draw. And this hand looks pretty good. Turn 2 Seeker, then protect it with Hyena Umbra and deal damage to Lava Coil, swinging for 5. I'm liking it already. Ooh, they have mulligan to 5 cards. Yikes. That's definitely going to be hard for them to come back from. On the play, at least speeds them up a bit. If they're aggressive, they might not really care too much about it, except for, like, card advantage. Lightning Bolt's a good top deck, so We can remove anything they play, which they play nothing, so we'll just play a Seeker of the Way and pass. Doomed Traveler. Yep, that's fine. They must have drawn that recently, so we'll Hyena Umbra, the Seeker of the Way. Always yield, always yield. And then Lava Coil, the Doomed Traveler. This way, the person does not get any spirits, and we can swing in for 5 unblocked. Lightning Bolt, Figure of Destiny, level up Figure of Destiny next turn seems pretty decent. Unless they don't play anything, of course, which then that's just rude of them. Now we can't bolt anything they play. Oh. We'll just swing in for 3. What you got? Do you have a removal spell? Path to Exhaust? Sure thing. Yes, we will get a Plains. And then second main phase. Land, Figure of Destiny. And pass the turn. Holding up Lightning Bolt and Martial Glory. They just concede to the Figure of Destiny and not having lands. Okay, on to sideboarding against what seems to be another aggressive deck. I think we're pretty set up, although a Battlefield promotion from the sideboard doesn't seem bad. I think on the draw we can cut a Titan Strength for a Battlefield promotion for the life gain, and first strike definitely helps. Yeah, like sure the Titan Strength is fine for being aggressive, but if we're going against another aggressive deck, I think we'd rather just have the combat trick that gains life and gives the first strike. This looks like a fine hand. Turn 1, turn 2, and some protection. All looks pretty good. They cast a Doomed Traveler. We will cast a Swift Spear, which is better than our turn 1 figure. Because now we can swing in. And pass. They just play Plains and pass. So they might be considering chump blocking this turn. They might also have a path, so... I mean, if they have a path, we can ramp ourselves. They cast Last Breath. Oh well. They pass on 2 lands. Yikes, this is not looking good for them. Let's move to combat. Swing for 1. They jump block. And path to exile, their own thing to ramp. Yeah, sure. Oh, they even play black. Interesting. Let's cast Figure of Destiny and then hold up God's Willing to protect it, and we can just level it up. So, yeah. They cast a Seeker Squire, hitting a plane, so they just draw a land. And then end of turn, level up the figure. Our turn. Land, move to combat, swing with both. If they block here, then we can just Battlefield Promotion the Figure of Destiny. Still hold up God's Willing to protect it. And then get in for 3, kill the Seeker Squire, and pass the turn. And now our figure is a 3/3. They cast another Seeker Squire. We'll let that resolve. And they hit another Swamp. So they just keep drawing cards with their Seekers, not turning them to 2/3s. A little annoying, but also I think we'd rather just deal with 1/2s rather than 2/3s. Although the card advantage you're getting is a little annoying. It might not be an aggro deck and more be just like a mid-rangey kind of... never mind. Cartel Aristocrat. Um, let's move to combat. Attack with everything. See what you got. Um, sure, like, what do we do in this scenario? We could God's Willing the Monastery Swift Spear, but I think we'd rather hold it. Let's just Battlefield Promotion the Swift Spear. Like, sure, Battle Promotion the Figure of Destiny is fine, but I think it's already big enough of a threat as its own, so just giving the counter on the Monastery Swift Spear is also pretty nice. They give protection from red, as expected. No damage is dealt, and then we pass. And now they have a Cartel Aristocrat on board, which is annoying, but it's just going to be hard to deal with. We're 2 lands away from getting the Figure of Destiny to a avatar. Do they have like a board wipe? Not really sure what this implies. Move to combat and swing. With God's Willing backup, I think we can like... Oh, a Restoration Angel. Yikes. Okay, let's see how you block. Do you double block the figure? This can become a 5/5. And then we can just God's Willing. Then they'll just give protection from... Let's do that. And then cast God's Willing, targeting the figure. This way, if they sacrifice the angel, that's fine. And if they don't, then we can just Lava Coil. And put that on the bottom of my library. We do not want another red source. Like, we're happy to just draw it. Second main phase. We can Lava Coil later. Let's just cast the Bugler, as it's more mana efficient. We whiff, hitting 3 lands and a Rift Bolt. Oh well. Plus, we holding the Lava Coil also gives us another Prowess trigger. It also allows us to next turn, if we don't draw a land, we can level up the figure. So, I think this play is optimal. As they play a Liliana's Elite. That's definitely scary to see. But Lava Coil should deal with it relatively easily. Lava Coil. Like, the Restoration Angel's fine, but... Combat. Swing with everything. We're willing to sacrifice our Militia Bugler for 8 damage. They chump block. We're happy to pump. Turn to 5/5. And then they Supernatural Stamina. Ouch. Well, that sucks. They get it back. And down to 7 they go. We have 1 Rift Bolt on the bottom, so we still have a Lightning Bolt and a Lightning Helix as burn, but they just play a Vampire Sovereign, so that's annoying. And a Blood Artist, so getting through to them is going to be harder than previously anticipated. Then again, Heroic Reinforcements is also pretty good. If we slam Heroic Reinforcements, what does that look like? We've got this, we could have a 4/4, 3/4, and then 2 2/2s. Swing with everything, they block a 2/2 and take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go down to 1, drain us, go down to 2. I don't hate it. Let's cast Heroic Reinforcements. And if they chump block with Blood Artist, I'm also happy about that. Getting rid of that is pretty good for us. They just bounce off of the Bugler is fine. Yep, another expected kind of turnout. They go to 7, and we kill their Blood Artist, so things are looking pretty good. Hopefully they don't top deck anything good since they're on 0 cards. Now 1 says they draw in a card. Looks like it might be just a land, but who knows? They swing for 3. Hopefully they don't have like a Flicker of Fate. That would be annoying. We go down to 34, and or not that we go down to 15, and we top deck a land. Not great. Let's cast a Seeker of the Way. Pass the turn. Looking for Balefire Liege. Maybe even Legion's Initiative. Not lands. Lightning Helix would do wonders. Lightning Bolts, well. We're both kind of just top decking. Ooh, Martial Glory. That seems like a good way to swing past everything. Sure, swing all out. Why not? Martial Glory giving the toughness pump as well as the power pump seems amazing here. If they block wrong, they die. So we can't kill them here, but we can protect our stuff, so +3 here, and plus O +3 here. That saves the Swift Spear, also gives a bunch of prowess triggers. Accidentally tap the white source. Let all of these resolve. Our Militia Bugler will live. Everything besides the Resto and the Soldier will, or the Resto will live, and they'll get a Spirit. And then most of our board stays intact. Sure, we could have pumped just... Oh, Supernatural Stamina, that's not good. That is... Why do they have such good top decks? Why? This is just annoying. And just like that, we're back to where we started, except now we're down a Soldier and a Monastery Swift Spear. They swing in with a Vampire and a Spirit and pass a turn, but we top deck another Martial Glory, so we get another chance. Let's swing. Give, I guess, this the double buff. Gains us a bunch of life and kills a Resto Angel along with keeping it alive. Yeah, seems pretty good. If they don't have another Supernatural Stamina, that is. Last Breath. We're still in this, sorta, but not by a long shot. Like, double top deck burn or Balefire Liege burn spell can definitely still win us a game, so we have top decks. But they're just very specific top decks. They reanimate their Seeker Squire, getting a land. They've drawn a lot of lands with their Seeker Squires. They swing in for a lot. 7. No, they hold back with the Restoration Angel. That kind of makes sense.
And we top deck a Titan's Strength. I mean, guess swing in, why not? There's no harm in it. Vigilance and Pump Spell. Plus, this gives us a scry to get closer to our Balefire Liege. Put that on the bottom of our deck. Eat their Restoration Angel. They cast another Unearth, drawing an Unearth on top of their deck, which they keep. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, we can't win this anymore. GG's, OP. Lightning Helix, no! We were so close! Well, we weren't going to win that game anyway. Any more sideboarding against this? I think we want to be more aggressive now and cut a battlefield promotion for a Titan Strength. Yeah, I think I like that. And yes, this looks like a fantastic keep. Gambit, Seeker of the Way, Lightning Helix. Got 2/3 damage removal spells. They cast a Doom and Traveler, which is definitely annoying, but manageable. Drawing a land is not favorable here. We'd rather top deck spells, but I mean, we've got some cards that are good with it, so it's not the worst. They cast a Cartel Aristocrat. Land. Move to combat. Swing. They block there. We could just let it happen, but let's Lightning Helix our face. And then they sacrifice that, which then we will bolt the Aristocrat in response. Sadly, after all of this, everything is... Oh, we lose a lot of card advantage here, but... Plus that, we gain 3 life and deal 3 damage to their face. Downside, we've just spent 2 cards to kill a Cartel Aristocrat. And they have 3 Unearths in their deck, so it's not an amazing trade-off. Like, Doomed Travelers and Aristocrats are the bane of any of these decks' existences. They Wall of Omens, land into Unearth. Getting back the Aristocrat, yikes. Ugh. End me. Spark Mage's Gambit, killing the Spirit and the Aristocrat. Or not killing, but preventing him from blocking this turn. They sacrificing it, giving it protection from red, so it can still block this turn, but that's fine. We still can gain 3 life off of this attack. If they want to block. Here we have to God's Willing. And then Scry. Put that on the bottom. Are they smart and sacrifice? Yep, they've gotten this far. Of course they're smart enough. We'll hold the land to make it think like we have more spells. Blood Flow Connoisseur. They put that into the graveyard. They play Basilica. And they probably just swing for 2. Because now they got a 2/3 on board. Yep. They've already used our Bolt and Helix, though Lava Coil is pretty nice. They sacrifice it to make sure it doesn't get exiled. Stamina. Why? Why do you make this so hard, opponent? All I want to do is kill you. Is that too much to ask? On the plus, I'd be finally getting for 3 damage. Hooray! Best top decks are probably just top decking our Balefire Liege and start blasting them in the face with that. They unearth the Wall of Omens. They still have a Boros Garrison in hand, which is good to know about. Now that's a good card. Goblin Banneret. So, did we put the Hyena? No, we did not put the Hyena Umbra on the bottom. Like, Hyena Umbra Goblin Banneret is a super strong combo that I like to use. I was playing a Boros aggro deck in my off time, and putting this on... Actually, maybe it was this video. I can't remember. I have memory issues, that's for sure. But just slamming Banneret with a Umbra on it is pretty strong. To battle! Heroic reinforcements! I mean, I guess holding it for a Balefire Liege is kind of okay, but I don't think it's worth it here. Just swing in with the team. Ugh. Maybe I should have cut a land for like another spell to be more aggressive, but who knows. They're gonna kill the Goblin Banneret, which makes sense. They're sacrificing the Seeker Squire to the Aristocrat. Hmm. They're debating if they want to kill the two soldier or not, let the 2 damage in. I would probably just let it in, like, it's just gonna become a 1-1 next turn. Not that big of a deal. Yeah, like, what are outs right now? Balefire Liege, Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp flickering their bounce land to basically just bounce one of their lands is kind of funny. I mean, that's all it's going to be used for at the moment. Like, Militia Bugler top decking a Balefire Liege is probably our best thing that we could ever hope for, but it's probably not going to happen. Do we hold the 10th district? Like, if our out is Balefire Liege, and we're not attacking with 10th district, might as well just hold it. There's no point in really playing it when we can't really attack into anything. Another Aristocrat. They swing in for 2, we take it. And then a land. Land and say go. That's what this rest of the game is going to be. We'll take it if our top deck is Balefire. Figure of Destiny. I completely forgot about that card. Now that is a top deck. Turn it into a 2/2. Turn it into a 4/4. Next turn we can turn to an 8/8 with flying and first strike and then beat him down in 2 turns. Seems pretty nifty to me. Last breath. Ah! I hate that card so much. I completely forgot about them sideboarding that in against us. Ugh. If we knew that they had it in hand, we could have probably played around it better. Block here, and block. We'll just hold that block. I'll sacrifice that at least. Or, stamina it, because, of course. Oh god, I hate this deck. Another last breath, which they keep on top. So Balefire Liege isn't even that good anymore. But 10th District, you just got a big power up. They block at the wall, they're just going to sacrifice it to their Bloodflow Connoisseur. Shove that to the bottom of the deck. And this also gets it out of range of their beautiful last breath. And yeah, we pass the turn. One wall out of the way. 5 more to go. Do we chump block the blood flow? I think we do. Yeah, just chump block the blood flow. Not really sure what we can top deck here. Figures already been used. Gambit, 10th Districts, Flicker Wisp, Path to exiling it. Just sealing the nail in the coffin. Yeah, we got nothing left. And a Rift Bolt to seal the deal. Yeah, GG's OP. Cast Rift Bolt targeting their face and concede. Well, that was definitely a fun, interesting deck, pivoting from like a more control-y deck with Verena, Lich Queen, and Blood Artist as a pack one pick one into a Boros aggro deck. Seemed hard to do, but staying in the open lane really paid off with getting our Balefire Liege, Heroic Reinforcements, and our Figure of Destiny and Legion's Initiative. But yeah, in the end, it didn't hold up against a game or a deck that could just play out infinite blockers and make sure that all of your interaction and synergies are put to a halt, along with having infinite removal spells for all your small dorks. But yeah, if you like the video and you're still here, thank you so much. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. It helps a lot on the channel. And I hope to see you guys next time. If you have any other drafts on mtgo that you want me to do, or in mtga, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.